I'm Mixer Giant and I'm going to be counting down the top 10 Squatch and Stretch Disney cartoon characters. We're only going to be including Squatch and Stretch cartoon characters from Disney like Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, and Goofy. We're not including any other Disney characters. They can have their own cartoons show, been in Disney animated movies, and appeared in other forms of Disney forms of media, even if it isn't a Squatch and Stretch cartoon show. But they need to be an original Disney cartoon character, or at least just started out being a character that's something to do with them. Like a villain they already used to go up against, or a family member of theirs. Or even a love interest or a friend of theirs. Number 10, Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Huey, Dewey, and Louie are Donald Duck's nephews. They have become a big part of Donald Duck's family, like Donald Duck and Scrooge McDuck. And they did get their own show with Scrooge McDuck and DuckTales, and their own show with Donald Duck and Quack Pack. And they got their own show that was a tribute to the whole Disney afternoon. So they have become a good part of Disney. And in the DuckTales reboot, they even managed to get Scrooge McDuck going on adventures again. And got him traveling around the world again, and if it wasn't for that, they never would have been able to suck foul an evil organization and Bradford Buzzard, the guy who made it. Number 9, Scrooge McDuck. Scrooge McDuck is Donald Duck's uncle, and him having a relationship with his girlfriend Glitchy Goldie. Scrooge McDuck did get his own show with Huey, Dewey, and Louie in DuckTales and in the DuckTales reboot. And in the DuckTales reboot is a tribute to the whole Disney afternoon. He is based on Ebenezer Scrooge, and because of it, they even made Darkwing Duck, which is a spin-off of DuckTales, and that's why Darkwing Duck is similar to Scrooge McDuck. So not only would you have not gotten another perfectly good show if it wasn't for Scrooge McDuck, it's also because Scrooge McDuck is how Disney managed to make one of its most underrated and darkest shows ever. Darkwing Duck even crossed over with Scrooge McDuck and Huey, Dewey, and Louie in the DuckTales reboot, along with a bunch of the other Disney afternoon shows characters. Plus, Scrooge McDuck is an adventurer and travels around the whole world. He's also one of the richest cartoon characters. Number 8, Pluto. Pluto is Mickey Mouse's pet dog. He is one of Mickey Mouse's best friends and one of his most iconic family members. And he's one of the people that Mickey Mouse cares the most. And Pluto is always there for Mickey when he's in a stitch and always there to congratulate him when he does something good. And he's the most iconic Disney animal who acts like an animal because not only does he act a lot better than those non-talking Disney animal sidekicks in Disney princess movies, he's also one of the only Disney characters that is iconic as Mickey Mouse because of him being one of the only Disney characters that appears in as many forms of media as Mickey Mouse. And it does help that he gets along with Mickey's other friends, family members, and their pets. Number 7, Pete. Pete is Mickey Mouse's arch nemesis and he's Disney's most iconic villain. Which is saying a lot since Disney has a bunch of the most iconic cartoon villains. And there being a lot of Disney villains being its own category. Pete has a good relationship with Mickey Mouse, and he also has a good and different relationship with Goofy. And Goofy's son Maxie and Pete's son are best friends with each other. And Pete even was the main villain of a movie whenever Mickey was the main character of it. And it's especially good him being one of Disney's original villains, before them even doing Disney princess movies and them doing Disney movie villains. Number 6, Clarabelle Cow. They say there's a perfect match for everyone out there, and Clarabelle Cow and Goofy prove that right because Clarabelle Cow is Goofy's perfect match. And it's also good and makes sense her being a cow because there being some confusion if Goofy is a cow or a dog. Number 5, Daisy. Daisy Duck is one of the most iconic and one of the best examples of a love relationship where the two people are different from each other but they still care about each other deeply. And it is always good when your girlfriend is okay with your other friends and family members. Number 4, Minnie Mouse. Minnie Mouse is the most iconic and one of the best examples of both people in the relationship being similar to each other, but them still being in love with each other and caring about each other deeply. She's also the best example of how you can do your female cartoon character similar to your male cartoon character, but her not being a cheap knockoff of him. And she's also proved that you can do a female cartoon character similar to your male cartoon character good. Number 3, Goofy. Goofy really is a dog in case you're wondering about that myth if Goofy is a cow or a dog, because his name is even Goofy Dog. He's even been a superhero inspired by Superman called Super Goof. And frankly, Goofy is a perfect example of how to do a character who's not too bright in cartoon shows and other forms of media. People really should just copy him when they do a character who's not too bright in other forms of media. Plus, Goofy's relationship with his son is especially good because of him being best friends with Pete's son. And it's also good when you see other members of Goofy's family too. Plus, in a world filled with lots of people having bad relationships with their family members, it's good that Goofy has a good relationship with his son. And also, Goofy has relationships with his son that real life parents have with their kids. So it is good seeing Goofy get through those issues with his son Maxie and him having a good relationship with his son Maxie like real life parents have with their kids. Number 2, Donald Duck. Donald Duck is a perfect example of an angry, smart character who admits when there's a problem and he actually does something about it. Really, everyone should just try to copy him when they try to do an angry character similar to him. And it's also good us seeing different parts of his family and the relationships he has with his family and friends. Plus, his brother Gladdy Gold and his sister Della Duck did finally made it into other forms of media, and people love seeing them there, so it is good them doing this stuff with him in general. Especially since he's one of the cartoon characters who started the whole thing in general anyways. And he did show that he's a good uncle to Huey, Dewey, and Louie, Della Duck's sons, and he has done some pretty amazing things with his Uncle Scrooge McDuck. Before I reveal our top pick, here's a few honorable mentions.
You can keep it.
I can't move! We got them, Finhop! We got them!
It's every beagle for himself!
No, boys, wait!
Hey, I thought this was quick drying cement. Yow!
My plan.
Number 1, Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse may have become Disney's most iconic mascot after Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, but it is good that Mickey Mouse managed to bond and become friends with Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, Disney's original mascot, and even Oswald the Lucky Rabbit would be proud of Mickey Mouse and everything he did for Disney. It's Mickey's family is proud of him for it, which is one of the reasons why he managed to get a good girlfriend and have such a good relationship with his girlfriend Minnie Mouse, and for the cartoon forms of media in general. Not only that, but if it wasn't for Mickey Mouse, we wouldn't have all the other stuff from Disney or cartoon shows and movies. Do you agree with our top 10 list?
As a matter of fact.
Please say more ideas on other top 10 videos you'd want me to do.